What's going on, team? It's your boy G, aka Ginato Sensei. We back at it again with another episode of Ginato Explain, man. Today's episode, we're gonna be breaking down Loki episode 2. But before we do that, I need you to do one huge favor for me, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and any bit of support is greatly appreciated. If you're watching anything on YouTube right now, just decided to check this video out, so I appreciate y'all. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, y'all, so episode 1 was dope. It was dope. Don't get me wrong, it was dope. But this one hit different, bro. Not just because of the ending and the reveal of Lady Loki, but just how they are telling this story and every little thing and nuance is being brought to life. We could talk about the timeline all day, but let's talk about this plot, bro. Just like the advantage that, Loki has as a character, and just the acting of, all the different monologues and things that happen between Loki and everybody in the show. When it's time to get that big payoff, bro, it really hits different. This whole episode, Loki is trying to gain more and more information on the timekeepers and just, how the timeline really works, and actually finds a loophole. Because the only reason why he's here and still alive at this point is because the timekeepers need his help. There's another Loki, which we find out to be Lady Loki at the end of this episode, going around and terrorizing and killing Minutemen. And they need Loki's help to stop that. So that's the whole premise behind, why this is even a thing. Because up until this point, there's been plenty of versions and variations of Loki that have gone off the stray, and they've had to put down and stuff like that. They go over that in this episode where they gave us a look at all the different forms that Loki has come into. And then when they did that, bro, for me, that was like the perfect setup, because when we actually got the reveal and revealed that it was Lady Loki, somebody I have kind of forgot about, I was like, oh yeah, they know what they doing, bro. They know what they're doing, because everybody knows that Loki, is the god of mischief, and he's going to try to figure out a way to get his way at the end of the day. And this episode is important because we got motive, and we also got his goals. So this episode definitely had, a lot of emphasis on how the main timeline and the timeline works, but it also answered a lot of questions for me, specifically towards the multiverse. Like I said before, Loki brought up, what makes his variation different than anybody else that was displaced throughout time and things like that, like with characters like Gamora, and reason that Loki was chosen was because he manipulated time, not knowingly obviously, but as a side effect of the Avengers having to go back in time to get all the Infinity Stones to bring everybody back and stuff like that. He was a side effect of the Avengers doing that. But because the Gamora of main timeline had already died and passed on, Gamora from the past can pick up where she left off without creating a huge ripple effect, right? So with this episode really helping us break that down and really understand the difference, it made it that much more powerful when Loki went and explained his plan to Lady Loki of overthrowing the timekeepers, right? Because with Loki, there's always a pattern to his methods. He dreams big, but it's always something that's always just one step below what he actually wants. And for the first time, he has somebody that can actually bounce ideas off of and knows how he thinks and could possibly be better than him at the end of the day, and Lady Loki, where at the point they can actually maybe possibly take over everything. But obviously I don't think that's what's going to happen, because ultimately the Loki of this MCU is more of a anti-hero than straight up villain, whereas Lady Loki is a freaking psycho. But I think it'll all play out within time. But it's just really cool to see Loki not only process all this information, but try to figure out a way where he can work it to his advantage. And it really has me hyped to see how the rest of this series goes. Now obviously Loki is on the run at this point. He hasn't technically chose a side yet. I could see him chalking this up as if I didn't go with Lady Loki, then we wouldn't have a lead, or we wouldn't be able to, we would lose her, So whether she's actually able to blow up the timekeepers, or if they have a special protocol for, you know, moments like this. I'm not really sure. One thing I can tell you is that what she desires is freedom. She wants to be able to move about the way that everybody else can. She doesn't want to have to hide out in, you know, national disaster type of places that are doomed to fail. She wants to be able to move about freely, and you know, and the only way to do that is to get rid of the TVA. So this show is going to be amazing, bro. I can already tell. Like, compared to like the other shows that Marvel has dropped, you know, this one is up there, bro. Like episode 1 and 2, it has me hype already, yo. And WandaVision didn't really get me hype until like episode 3. So I just know, like, you know, this next episode is going to be fire, and I'm also going to give, you know, my first impressions over the overall series, along with the weekly breakdowns of the episode. So stay tuned for all that content, man. I'm super excited. Let me know what you guys thought of the episode in the comment section down below. I'm going to head up out of here, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If y'all did, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna catch y'all later. Y'all know the vibes. Always keep your eyes on speed. Boy G, I'm gone. Peace.